This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports, since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors, presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Wcxo Elevator in Centralia. See Wcxo for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle, and by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Wigman Ford studio. Coming up today, a lot on the baseball front. First with Aveston Express coach Dennis Rockers, and later on, Bartelzo Bart's manager Glenn Big Arm Corman checks in. Speaking of Bartelzo, well, we've got the Easy on Travel Trivia Quiz at 594-2576, 594-2576, and today you can pocket a $15 gift certificate to Larry's in Bartels. But right now, it's Scores and Stuff, and that is brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. If your ride gets dinged a bit, dented, swatted around, or much, much worse, see Hoffman Auto Body. Speaking of Bartelzo, we go there now on the H&H Computer Services guest line for a Clinton County Baseball League Hall of Famer, Chuck Gepke. Chuck, welcome back.
Hey, thanks, Rip.
How are you doing this morning, Bright Eyes?
Outstanding.
Outstanding. On a grade of 1 to 5? 2?
3.5.
Oh, that's good. That's outstanding. Yeah,
that's all right.
That
yeah,
flashes. That flashes the outstanding meter. Well, the Cardinals
right.
were outstanding yesterday too, as they doused those Cubbies at Wrigley, 18-5 on Matt Carpenter Day.
It was fun to watch a little bit. I haven't seen a good game like that in forever from the Cardinals.
It is over, isn't it? Finally.
I think so.
I saw a little, had to leave for a while. Was there a rain delay, or did it just take 4.5, 5, 6, 7 hours, whatever it was?
It's a good thing they didn't have that doubleheader yesterday, because they would have just ran into each other.
I know. So Carpenter hit 3 home runs, a couple of doubles, and only 6 innings of work, and he had drove in 7 runs. He led off the game with a homer, and bam, bam, bam. So hey, I'm all for the Cardinals. But you know what? Has he ever been knocked down, this year? Even brushed back? He's hit a home run in 4 straight games, but they just keep chucking it down the middle of the plate, man, and see if he can hit it.
I agree.
Ridiculous.
They can put the shift on. They put the shift on, they can do whatever they want, but yeah, I agree. Don't let them get comfortable.
and they are very comfortable, all of the players. My goodness.
Yes.
So that's why once in a while they can't get out of the way of one that does come at them. They're shocked.
They're not used to it.
The Cubbies used 3 position players. That was a little unique there. La Stella, Caratini, and Happ. No one had done that since the Brew Crew in 1979. But it was a wallop victory for the Cardinals. Even Cocky Tommy got into the action. He had 3 hits. He snapped out of it so far through 2 games.
Yeah, he woke up for a second. I don't know. I'm not a big fan right now.
I haven't been a big fan of him. I mean, I give him that name, Cocky Tommy, for a reason. It is all about him.
Yeah, I hear you.
Not only that, he's 30 years old, and I put up a poll there with Brett Swat and all that, et cetera, but I didn't put up Cocky Tommy's name, and actually I think Jose Martinez will be traded, but looking for the future, I mean, next year and beyond, what's the need for Pham unless they pour him out for just a 2-year deal, and that won't be good enough for him.
I agree. Somebody wants him, give us something back. Heck yeah, see ya.
Flaherty, credit to him too. I don't know if he can go more than, well, he has a few times, 6 and 7, but 5 innings, just 2 hits yesterday again too. A lot of strike. Who doesn't have a lot of strikeouts? This is crazy.
Yeah, it's getting old. Strikeouts and home runs, and that's all you get.
It really is. It's ridiculous. And now we're starting to pitch in a lot of errors too. The Cardinals are anyway.
Oh yeah. It's brutal. I mean, I've never seen it that bad. The Cardinals have never been. Well, I shouldn't say have never, but the Cardinals haven't been that way for a long time.
They're basically 1 per game. I think Wcxo even chipped in 1 more yesterday, right?
Yeah, he's leading the team, I think.
Which is interesting on it. Let me check that out, by the way. Yes, he is with 11.
Yeah, it's amazing, and he's not played that many games. So
no, he's not. That's quite a nice point total per game, actually.
He needs to start taking some ground balls, I believe.
I like Wcxo though. But he's you know what? He's not a starter actually. He's a bench guy, a part-time player, and that's not even to cut him down. Some guys aren't everyday guys, man.
No, it's a tough spot for him to be in, I'm sure. But at the same time, you can't make that many errors.
But back to let's stay with those errors because I have a question, Chuck. Of course, Matheny's gone. We'll get into that, so forth. But one of the big problems for the Cardinals, of course, has been that defense and their base running. It's as bad or worse than ever than last year on both fronts. But yet, Jose Oquendo, who is the guru of infield defense and base running, he never gets swatted down. He never has to take blame for anything. Why is that?
I'm not 100% sure right now.
I've got some ideas.
They should be looking at him.
I never see his name mentioned. I mean, you do delegate some authority as a skipper once in a while, and he's supposed to be the greatest ever. And guys get these reputations, good and bad, and it sticks with them forever.
That's true. I mean, everybody always says he's one of the best. But at this point in time, I think he's pretty much let it go.
Nothing better than Jose. Nothing better.
No.
So anyway, the Cardinals win, and that was much needed after just a awful Thursday. 9-6 loss. That's one thing, but 3 miscues there, and Clown Carlos was just that again, and he's had a lot of shaky, embarrassing performances, really.
It wouldn't bother me if they entertained some offers for him either. It really wouldn't.
Well, if he'd pitch well once or twice, that might help.
Well, yeah. I mean, you get a little bit more for him, but yeah, you're right.
But everybody, hey, there was one unearned run early on a Wcxo error, I believe, after a walk by Martinez, by the way, too. But in the 5th inning, it was all earned runs. All 5 of them were. But yet they were knocking the D for all 6 of the runs that came across the plate against Clown Carlos. That's crazy.
It is crazy. I don't understand it.
I'm sick of excuses. Is the main thing, Chuck.
Well, they get paid a lot of money to play, so I mean, I don't. The excuses won't fly with me either.
Oh, I know. Doubleheader day today at 12:05, and then at 6:15, Luke Weaver against Montgomery and Gant against Chatwood, or Weaver against Chatwood and Gant against Montgomery. Well, neither will be in there that long anyway, so.
No.
We'll see how.
If the wind's blowing out, it could be 14 hours of baseball again.
And there's probably going to be a little rain in the mix too.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, the vendors are going to do real well. Oh.
Yeah.
Murphy's and.
I can't imagine trying to get some of the drunk guys out of the stadium after the first game.
Oh, split doubleheaders, beautiful. So anyway, Matheny is gone, and that caught me off guard. Not that he wasn't going to get axed, but I thought it would wait until after the season if needed, or definitely he would get all the way through the weekend before the All-Star break. But it's goodbye.
Yeah, it was time. I think you hate to blame it on the manager. The players play, the manager manage, but something had to be done. It's hard to fire a player, They're paying him way too much, and they paid Matheny too much, I think, too.
Yeah. Well, he actually had a pretty good run, though. I mean, just checking out the stats alone, you can play a lot with them. But It's never on one guy, and he didn't get too much help from a couple of his players and probably one or two guys on the coaching staff, actually.
Yeah, I think a lot of the coaches know Schilt a lot better than they knew Matheny, I think, but I don't know, if that caused any problems or what, but something had to happen, and unfortunately it was Matheny.
There are a couple of shaky apples on that team, though. This is one of I think it's happened within the last handful of years, but this may be, there are more guys on this team I don't care for than maybe ever before.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Fowler. Ozuna just puzzles me, period.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Clown Carlos. There are some guys there that not all of them can be that good in the clubhouse, period. I wouldn't think.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say not being in the clubhouse.
Exactly.
But, they're not.
But
it doesn't seem like a very good team, as you would put it, team-wise.
No, I think the pot needs to be stirred a little bit. And yet,
yes,
they're like 4.5 out of the second wild card. We've seen the Cardinals enter and other teams as wild cards before. I'm not saying it's going to happen or they have that quality of a team, but who knows, if they do make a deal, they get a spark and get in, stuff happens.
It could happen. It's already happened before, so yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Never know.
It really does.
All you got to do is get in.
So if they play well the rest of the season, what are there, 68 games, somewhere in there, say they would happen to win and not even make the playoffs, but they win 60% of their games. Is it Schultz, especially since they're paying Matheny a lot of money?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough call. I don't know. I don't know much about the guy, so it's hard for me to say. I just don't know. He seemed like a good all-around guy, but
yeah, there have been a lot of good all-around.
I don't know.
Yeah, Kenny Boyer was a great all-around guy, my favorite baseball player of all time, but he was such a buddy. They pushed him around, actually. They really did as a skipper.
Right.
And,
you don't want that.
No, you got to be. And that's why I would have right after the great the great TLR retired, and I would again now. I'm telling you that I would go with Guy Eddie in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would imagine that he's available for the Cardinals.
He is available if he would want to get back into it. He's off this year now, but my gosh, what he did as a player for 20 years and managing with Sugar Land to a championship in the minor leagues as a manager, mostly as a coach. The AAA, he was the hitting coach for the Astros when they went to this. We've talked about it. There is nobody that knows baseball better or plays harder, and nobody would screw around on him or they would be out the door in a minute.
That's once in a while. That's exactly what you need.
No, I doubt if they would make that play. They're going to probably play it safe, and as long I kind of think as well, Chuck. If they do even reasonably well this year, they're going to go with. I guess it depends on what direction they go with the players. Are they just going to go with the young guys? Then Schilt could be there. It'd be an easy pick for him, I suppose.
It's going to take him a couple of years to get things back to normal, Cardinal normal. But I don't know. I think the young guys, you just got to give them a little time.
From last night,
they're going to have to move some of the players.
I believe so. Milwaukee lost last night. Atlanta beat the Nats, and Strasburg and Max Scherzer took Stevie Boy aside and gave him a little tongue lashing. I like that.
Good. That's good stuff.
Now Scherzer. He's an any era pitcher there. Tough cookie. White Sox lost again. Aledmys Diaz singled in the winner for Toronto. He had 4 hits, including a homer. He's quietly having a pretty nice season up north.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, 250 and so forth. Let's see. In interleague action, the Mets won, the Marlins won, San Fran won also, and Dallas Keuchel. It's kind of up and down. He gets a win last night for the Angels. Manny Machado, he's with those Brewers now. With the Dodgers now. The Brewers are stumbling, but that's a heck of a pickup for Los Angeles. Don't you think?
That makes that team 10 times better. I mean, that guy's a stud. He can hit.
Right, and they didn't give up anybody on their varsity roster.
No. You give up a possibility of being good for somebody that's really good. You can't go around. I mean, as long as they can sign him again. But if he's out in L.A., I'm thinking he's probably going to like it out there.
He might like it out there. Saw an interview with him last night. I know he mentioned the rest of this year, but it really sounds like he wants to be, of course, a Yankee.
Oh, boy.
They can probably make that happen.
Yeah. It won't take much for that. It's nice to be able to just open that checkbook whenever you want somebody and just pay them.
Yes. Well, and you know what? Their payroll's only 7th in the majors, so they got to giddy up.
Amazingly enough, right.
They have a lot of young players on that team, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're good. I mean,
They
you
are.
give them credit.
They are good. Trevor Richards originally was supposed to pitch last night, and then I thought maybe today, but now he's going tomorrow against Chris Archer. But he's had a pretty good first term with the Fish, huh?
That's a heck of a deal for him. You know, I hope he stays up for the rest of the year, and I hope he never goes back down until he's ready to retire.
That would be ideal. And so 3-5 now with a 4.74 ERA. He was marvelous a week ago against the Philadelphia Phillies. Did you watch the All-Star game, Chucker?
Yeah, I did. I watched a little bit of it.
Kind of pained me.
It was
because
another
home runs.
To me, it was a boring game, but
yeah. In fact, the last 3 innings it was home run derby.
Yeah,
we
right.
had that Monday night. More strikeouts
Exactly.
than hits again. 25-20, and 10 of those hits were dingers.
I mean, it's not. They're guessing at every pitch. You know, I'm guessing it's going to be a fastball, so I'm going to swing hard at it and see if I can get it out.
Get that launch angle rung up, man.
Oh yeah. Big deal, right?
We've come a long way in the wrong direction since Pete Rose bowled over Ray Fosse at home plate when
You got that right.
it was all hate and it was win or die. I mean, that's the way they played that.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I missed that.
Well, ever since interleague play, really.
Yeah.
And you saw that coming with the expansion and more expansion and all that. The Blues have I saw the other day where they won the summer. I'll be perfectly satisfied now if we win the winter and spring.
Yeah.
But we did win the summer. I haven't seen the cup or the parade, but
yeah, they don't give you a cup during the summer, I don't think.
Okay. I thought I might have missed that. But they did make apparently some good headways in the last couple of weeks. Even got this Patrick Maroon guy to come home, and Ryan O'Reilly, he looks to be the real savior there.
I hope he is. I mean, I
hope I know. Yeah,
I live and die with him when I watch him, but it drives me nuts every year. You know, around March, I'm like, here we go again.
And of course, it all comes down to goaltending.
Right.
How many?
I mean, if the guy can keep his head on straight, he's a decent enough goaltender. But I don't know. His head leaves him for a while, and he's just in la-la land. I don't get it.
Well, usually in mid-January or early February, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
It takes a little break there. Everybody needs.
You can't afford to lose those 10 games they let go.
Everybody needs a break, Chuck.
Yeah. They can send him down for
he's
a
a
month,
very
maybe.
good goalie, but come playoff time, you need the best, and it's just like pitching.
Yep.
There are only so many great ones. Obviously, there can only be so many just incredible goalies. But I don't know. They lost a good one back up too in Carter Hutton.
Oh yeah, he was outstanding. I thought.
Well, he's going to start now with Buffalo.
I believe he will. It's good for him. It was a good move for him.
Yeah, you could. Everybody
see the writing on the wall.
So yeah, everyone saw that one coming. So Michael Porter Jr., what a con man he is, huh? Speaking of, you knew this was going to happen. Second back surgery. That's terrible, I know. Blah blah blah. But 14th, and he just signed that 4-year contract worth 15 or more. So the Nuggets got buyer's remorse. You think?
They got hosed. You already get that Lloyd's of London insurance deal on him. That ain't so bad, I guess.
I doubt if they could get one on him. Do you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not that Kroenke doesn't have money to throw away, so I'm not exactly feeling sorry.
I'm not worried about Kroenke.
Yeah,
so
but Chuck, I guess it came down to drafting Porter Jr. or Greg Oden, and remember him? What did he play? 5 games?
Yep. What a deal.
Kawhi Leonard, or actually that's Cry Leonard. He went to Canada. Good riddance. What a jerk he was. My
yes, sir.
Goodness. Oh, baby. So what's going on in golf? The British Open is underway. They've Zach Johnson and Kevin Kistner are atop the leaderboard. 6 under par each. They should be teeing off about now.
Yep.
What else do you want to mention there?
Jordan Spieth is 5 under. He just he just birdied the first hole, I believe. This hole's par 4 or par 3, but he's 5 under.
Couple of Sergio and Bubba I saw where they missed the cut. That one other fella did make the cut. Are you into that? Did you like Evel Knievel? Were you?
Yeah, back in the day I did. It was pretty cool.
Well, I was just wondering if you saw Travis Pastrana almost 2 weeks ago now.
I did, and that's amazing, though. Wow. I heard what he did. I was like, that is unbelievable.
3 jumps in one night. And once in an hour. It was great TV. I love that stuff. There will only be one Evel, though. There was never a show.
Talk about nerves of steel.
Yeah, I mean, he was the pioneer, and he was the showman, and
he didn't have all the horsepower. I mean, you talk about horsepower, but he didn't have the equipment that they have now.
This guy was really slick. I mean, he made all the jumps, including the one at Caesars. What really tipped me off is they did not even mention Robbie Knievel. He made that jump at Caesars Palace.
Right,
he went over the fountain, and he was there. Right. He was there, and his brother was on TV for a couple different blocks. What's going on there?
He kept the name going, so I don't know why they didn't say anything about him.
Yeah, a little problem within the family there. Hey, how was that fishing expedition? You and Virgil Ward, where'd you go?
Oh, yeah, we were on the river. It was a good time. We had a good tournament, 17 boats. A lot of fish were caught, and they were really good eating.
Really good eating?
Yeah, you betcha.
Couple cold ones with that?
Nothing better than fresh fish.
What kind of a river were you on?
Kaskaskia.
Oh, okay.
Big river south of Bartelso.
I thought maybe you're out in Utah or Wyoming or somewhere.
No,
Canada.
No,
you're Canadian. You've been up to Canada before, haven't you? Fishing and.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Well,
that river trip's an afternoon deal. So
it's just
can't go wrong.
One game series. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. I don't. My wife doesn't even miss me when I'm gone.
She doesn't even know you're gone.
You're right.
She hasn't seen you in days, Chuck. All right. Yep. Hey, appreciate the time as always.
Hey, thanks a lot, Rip. Take it easy.
Yep. Have a good day. Chuck Gepke on Scores and Stuff, brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. When your car or truck needs some major repairs, minor repairs, whatever the case, see Hoffman Auto Body. Dennis Rockers and Big Arm and Trivia, all to come. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
As a business owner, you know that every year brings new challenges and opportunities. The success of your business demands expertise and focus, and Country Financial can help you keep that focus by helping ensure you have the right insurance protection in place to meet your goals. Marvin Gertis, your Country Financial representative in New Baden, can help you create a customized insurance plan that has coverages designed just for your business. Call Marvin Gertis today. 588-7112. Coverages may vary by state. Policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Bloomington.
When wearing contacts, you shouldn't even be able to feel them. If they're uncomfortable or feeling dry, come see us at Lebanon Optometric Center or Breeze Family Vision Center. We'll find the right contacts for you, whether it's multifocal, astigmatism, daily disposables, or hybrid lenses. Don't suffer through contacts that are just fine. We have all the major brands to choose from, and with locations in Breeze and Lebanon, if you damage or tear your contacts, we can replace them right away. Start seeing clearer today with a little help from Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center.
Welcome to our music warehouse. Lucky you're not the one who has to refile all these CDs. Playing everything.
You've got Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Wigman Ford studio. Let's tee up that H&H Computer Services guest line for a second time this morning. This time for Avison Express baseball coach Dennis Rockers. Dennis, welcome back.
Morning, Rip. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, and we're going to dig deeper into that postseason with the start of the 5th Division American Legion tournament. Let's backtrack just a few days, though. You were at the 23rd District tournament in Seatown, and you shared what turned out to be a 4-game set over there.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good playoff tournament. I think the strongest team came out of there. I mean, there were some good games. Salem came out of there. They ended up playing Patoka, who it kind of finished up the way the season did. Salem finished first. Odin, Patoka,
Carlisle.
Carlisle. A couple towns. Yeah, they got second, and they were good games. You know, Salem just didn't get through there. I know we played Salem. We played them. We were leading most of the game, and they ended up getting us in the end. And same thing happened with Odin, but you know, being automatically advancing, we had a few other options. We could throw different kids just to kind of get a run for division. But again, Salem was definitely the odds-on favorite going into that, and they did win it. So Centralia did a remarkable job. They did a good job hosting it. The diamonds were good, foods was good. They had veterans coming out throwing the first pitches. They really knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, and that's good to hear. And so I'm glad to see baseball's getting a little bump up again over at Centralia. But yeah, that's a great place to play baseball out there. And Salem did win. They doubled up Odin, Carlisle, Patoka in the finale. That's a hot 6-3. That's a hot club, isn't it? That's 5 consecutive wins and 11 out of their last 12.
With Salem?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I don't know how many they won in a row, but I know they're probably like 26-5 on the season. So, you know, we beat them 4-3 here about 3 weeks ago. But you know, you're going to beat a team like Salem. You've got to pitch well, and you've got to play good defense, and you can't give them. You make a mistake, they're going to make you pay. So they're deep. They got a lot of college kids. You know, that's really the thing at this level. If you got the freshmen in college that are going to be sophomores, you're playing some of these younger kids. They're just a little bigger, stronger, faster, and that little bit of age, knowledge, and strength. It's hard to beat, you know, sometimes. But they do a good job. Salem has always been strong in baseball, and this year's no exception.
They shaded you 5-4. You had 2 victories over the Trenton Gator, 7-3 and 13-5. So you tamed them twice, and then Odin, Carlisle, Patoka, they clipped you 4-2. You were up in that game, weren't you?
Yeah, well, you know, I had a couple of kids I thought about throwing that game, but we threw the Ortle kid, and he just kind of came into pitching this year for the first time, and I kind of surprised him and said, well, I'm going to pitch you today. We'll see how things go. And he held them to 1-0 through the bottom of the 6th.
Beautiful.
And again, Patoka's a very, very good team. Like Salem, they got a lot of upper-class type players. And, you know, he threw a great game, and we hit the ball hard. You know, it's one of them games where you know things are going to go crazy when you're hitting the ball hard, and then all of a sudden they got a couple balls dropping in on off the fist. And they kind of got us at the end. And last play of the game, first and second with 2 outs, Matt Walters hit just a shot in the gap, and the guy made a diving catch. If you don't make the catch, we're tied and potentially have a chance to win. But in all honesty, I was glad Odin and Salem got to play that out. But let them decide who advances on their own. So it was fine. We were advancing. So we played hard, and we didn't have to be as strategic, but we played hard and tried to win, obviously. But it wasn't at all cost for us where it was for them. So it's a different approach this weekend. This weekend there's no holding back because there really is no tomorrow if we lose. So we'll have a little different approach.
But I'm glad to see you rip the cover off the ball. That you had great exit velocity, Dennis. That's great.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know all those terms.
I don't care about it.
Yeah, I'm all about results.
I know. In fact, I'm not very fond of Alex Rodriguez because of the past, but of course, obviously, he was a tremendous player. And I actually do think he does a good job as a color man on those ESPN games. And he mentioned that same thing the other night. I could care less about exit velocity and so forth, you know.
Yeah, well, majors, they get caught up on launch angles, exit velocity.
Launch angles.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you know, I see players like Eckstein when he played years ago. I compare that Schuckman and shortstop to the Eckstein kid. he ain't got the strongest arm in the world, but he gets to everything, and
True.
he has a quick release, and the ball always gets to first before the batter.
Just in time.
I said, as long as the ball gets to first before the batter, I said that we don't have to make any changes here. It's pretty simple.
Like you say, results. Hey, I'm glad to see Matt Walters because I don't think he got to play at all this spring, did he, with Central?
No, he was hurt most of the year. He was hurt. I talked him into playing. We started out kind of slow for us. He wasn't doing any catching for us at first, which kind of helps us because, Matt behind the plate, we've got, Max Campworth and Kyle Petermeyer kind of been our horses all year, riding from a pitching perspective. And it's hard to pitch a guy then catch a guy. So it gives me the option of putting, Matt behind the plate and not taxing Max Campworth's arm as much. And I know he's playing football. He's going to be the quarterback out of Central as well. So trying to keep him off behind the plate a little bit to keep his arm from falling off. And, Matt's really been hitting the ball well. He last weekend, he really drove the ball. We had Salem. He hit one over the fence. I think it almost hit the house in left field, but it was fouled by a foot.
That's a drive.
Fair. Yeah, it was a no-doubter off the bat, but it went foul by about a foot. It would have won the game against Salem and put us in the championship. Have to get beat twice, so it's what it is. Baseball's a game of inches, but no, it's exciting to have him back. He is a very big component, and when he's on, I don't think one person stole off him last week, so he's kind of intimidating back there, I guess. And now one person stole, so that kind of shut that game down, and he's starting to really lock in and drive the ball. And I've called a few colleges on him. He don't know all of my call, but I just think it'd be a shame if he doesn't go beyond the play.
Yeah, hope he gets the chance there. But yes, fast forward a bit. It's Salem and you, the Express, at the 5th Division tournament at Aviston. You are the host, and I guess Salem goes at 3 o'clock in the lid lifter, and you're at 8 o'clock against Carmi in between Newton and Steelville. Do you know much? I don't think you played Carmi, did you?
No, they're 19 and 11. They played a lot of teams from down south. I mean, I really can't get a gauge on what they are, and it ain't going to change the way I approach the game. So I didn't really do a lot of scouting. I just know when you win 19 to 20 games in the course of a season, and you play 30, that to win 19 games at the senior legion level, you've got to have something, right? So
exactly.
I would say from what I heard, I talked to some folks, that they're very good defense, they're strong pitching, and their hitting is it varies. They're not as consistent hitting, but defensively and pitching, they're pretty deep. So we'll have our hands full. There's not a whole lot of gimmies in this thing. You're going to have to come out and play good, but they're 19 and 11. They're a solid team. The top bracket, you got Salem against Orient. I would think Salem is probably going to be stronger than Orient, and I think the key matchup in that upper bracket will be Edwardsville, who beat Belleville last night, 6-3 in the finals. They're like 29-5, and Salem's like 26-5. I think that's a pretty key matchup there. They've got some pretty strong players, and again, we played the Edwardsville Bearcats earlier this season. They also got a lot of college players. So I mean, I think the marquee matchup is if Salem would win that game against Edwardsville. I think they're probably two of the stronger teams down here, but again, I don't know much about Newton or Steelville other than they're both coming in with pretty good records. I think Newton, they didn't play a lot of games, but I think they were like 16-3, and I think Steelville was like 15-4, something like that. So not a ton of games, but they're coming in with decent records. So,
but everybody gets a fair shake with the double elimination.
You got it. Well, it is what it is. If you lose two, you go home. If you win, you keep playing. So, and it's a whole new season again, right? So
that's right.
Baseball, doesn't really much matter who the better team is. It just depends which balls hit the holes and which ones you catch, and it just every day is a little different, right? But we're hoping to put on a good show over here in Aviston. We're really appreciative to the state to let us host this, and I think we'll have a decent crowd out here, so I'm hopeful that people want to see good baseball and some young kids from around Southern Illinois playing, that take a moment, come on out, and we'll feed you some food. And we've got a Randy Voss coming out here and playing for us all week. He's going to play music and keep this thing lively. So hoping to have a little fun with it and hoping to put on a good show so that when people come out here to the Twin County area, they think that they know how to run these types of things. So we're hoping that maybe will lead to a state tournament opportunity down the road if possible. But
which Trenton had recently, wasn't it? Or not that long ago. Anyway.
Yeah, they had about 2 years ago, I believe it was.
Was it only? Okay, yeah.
Years ago.
And the winner of this tournament, this one goes through Wednesday, and the champ moves on to Alton for the state.
That's correct. Yeah, Alton. Yeah, Alton put on a good show. They got
I bet.
Good baseball tradition over there. So.
All right, Dennis. Hey, thanks, and good luck, obviously, in this tournament. Mount some wins, and maybe you can sneak out of this, baby. Good luck to the Express, and again, as host, I know you'll do a great job.
Well, looking forward to it, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak on here.
Thanks for coming on again. We'll see you. Dennis
All right,
Rocky. Well, there's about dozens of Rockies. So, but thanks to Dennis for coming on. In Junior Legion baseball, incidentally, Salem Nip Breeze Red 5-4. Breeze Gray was a winner over New Baden 12-2, and that was in action at the district tournament at Breeze last evening. There's your update on the younger portion of Legion play. Trivia is coming up, and Glenn Big Arm Corman is also due. We'll come right back after these.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
If you're in the market for a new home, refinance, or even a second home, give me a call today. I'm Anne Marie Tabin at First Bank in Breeze. With almost 20 years of experience, I can guide you through the process of finding a mortgage product from First Bank that is right for you. Give me, Anne Marie Tabin, a call today, 526-7724. First Bank in Breeze, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
I'm Frontier League Hall of Famer Mike Raymond, and this is Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.
Hi, this is A.G. Becker. I've always tried to be a good listener. I found I learn a lot more about making Becker's a great jewelry store by listening than talking. So when other jewelry stores talk about themselves, I listen. Take engagement rings, for example. Some say, we have all the big designer brands. Others say, we design our own rings to offer you the designer look at a far lower price. So here's what Becker's offers you. Both. That's right, both. Because we believe you should have exactly what you want. You want a designer ring? We have Hearts on Fire, Art Carved, Rego, Scott K, the best in the business, just to name a few. Oh, and with our low overhead, you can buy those designer brands for a lot less at Becker's. Don't care about the name brand? Just want a lot of style for the best possible price? We've got you covered with our own designs. We can even design a completely unique ring for you. With over 600 engagement rings in stock, come see why Becker's is the place to shop. Just tell us what you want, we'll listen.
We tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches. Except nothing embarrasses us. Playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
Hello again, everybody. We're up here at the Wigman Ford studio, where the time is 9:40. That time drop brought to you by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. The NFL and its Players Association have agreed to halt enforcement of rules regarding the new national anthem policy while they work on a resolution. Shouldn't this just be like standing and respecting our anthem? Shouldn't it be a reflex? This continues to be incredibly shameful, to be very polite. Off to trivia.
It's time for the Easy In Travel Trivia Quiz on Talkin' Sports. Escape to paradise with Easy In Travel in Breeze. Call 526-2201.
Brent Musburger is going to be the new voice of the Oakland, soon-to-be Vegas Raiders. How about that trip? He's 79. Brent making a lot of noise out in Las Vegas with his fledgling that his gambling company, basically, which is all cool. 594-2576, 594-2576 is our number, and you are eligible to play trivia unless you or someone in your household has won the last 8 weeks. Number 2, you can't be affiliated with or related to anyone here at Max 96.7 or Easy End Travel, or for today, Larry's West End Tavern in Bartelso. Larry's plopping down a $15 gift certificate to his grand place. I believe I was just there last Thursday for the chicken basket, and great. You do need to pick up that prize within 30. Here's the question at 594-2576. It's on Cardinals managers, etc., since we had that change a week ago. Which of these modern era Cardinals managers, that's from 1900 on, anyway, which of these Redbirds managers with at least 5 years on the dockets has the best winning percentage? Whitey Herzog, Billy Southworth, or Mike Matheny? Okay, which of these managers with 5 years on the ledger has the top winning percentage in Cards history? Whitey, Billy Southworth, or Matheny? Holler at us at 594-2576, 594-2576.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordykeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
If you're an athlete, coach, official, or fan, you need Lee Sports in Nashville. Lee Sports has it all for teams and individuals. From uniforms, shoes and equipment, to coaches apparel and officials gear. And Lee Sports carries name brands like Under Armour, Mizuno, Rawlings, and Adidas. Lee Sports also stocks a complete line of spirit wear and offers screen printing and custom embroidery, plus trophies, awards, and personalized items. Lee Sports in Nashville, your complete sporting goods headquarters.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tim Draghi, a general dentist from Breeze, Illinois, who sedates patients with pills. I treat a lot of patients who have not been to the dentist in 10 to 20 years. Most had a bad experience as a child. Others are embarrassed to go or are concerned the dentist will scold them. We know these feelings are real and believe in listening to your problems and concerns. I will do all of this without putting you down or making you feel guilty. My team and I want to make a difference in the way you feel about dentistry. Please call me, Dr. Tim Draghi, at 526-2020 to schedule an appointment, or look at our website at breezedentalcare.com, where sedation dentistry is an option for you to take care of your teeth without anxiety.
Don't let great summer deals pass you by. Call Breeze Dental Care for a free orthodontic evaluation. If you or your child are in need of braces, get the great smile you want and deserve. Start your braces before school starts and save $200. Call 526-2020. That's 526-2020.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
Hey, Rip here in the Wheaton Ford studio. Thanks for the calls. We have a winner. Here's the question again. Name the Cardinals manager with the best winning percentage from these 3. Whitey Herzog, Billy Southworth, or Mike Matheny. It is indeed Hall of Famer Billy Southworth. Bon Bainey from Centralia Lake knew that. He managed the Cards for 7 years and wrapped his stay with a .642 winning percentage. Take that, TLR. And before you laugh, in his 7 years, once as a player manager, I mean, this is just if the St. Louis media was truthful and they would grade things, on a proper scale. 3 pennants and 2 world championships in 7 years. He averaged 100 wins over a 5-year period. The guy was pretty stunning, I gotta say. And he's actually first in the modern era, but 4th overall. And Matheny's 16th on the all-time winning percentage charts for the Cardinals. Whitey is 18th. TLR is stuck between those. Red Cheney stands at 21st. Billy Southworth is the answer. Our champ this morning, Bon Bainey. She collects a $15 gift certificate to Larry's West End in Bartelso. Google Billy Southworth sometime, okay? Coming up next, Glenn Big Arm Corman. Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Moving forward requires taking that first step. And when it comes to your future, your first step should be Kaskaskia College. With more than 50 degrees and 100 certificate programs, Kaskaskia College can prepare you for a great career, your next promotion, or set you on your educational path. Life is too short to wait. Take your first step to success with Kaskaskia College. Learn more today. Call 545-3040 or kaskaskia.edu. Find the perfect car, truck, SUV, or crossover that fits your budget at Breeze Motor Sales on Old Route 50 in Breeze. Breeze Motor Sales offering new 2018 Ford vehicles and a wide pre-owned selection too. Breeze Motor Sales has kept your vehicles in tip-top shape with genuine Ford parts for over 100 years. On Old Route 50 in Breeze and online at breezemotorsales.com. Breeze Motor Sales, your family dealer since 1913.
Reverman Chiropractic in Breeze would like to say thank you to our patients, staff, and local healthcare professionals for their continued support and cooperation as we celebrate 10 years in business. At Reverman Chiropractic, our focus is to work with you, the patient, and your other healthcare providers to deliver the best and most effective care possible. Please take advantage of our evening and weekend hours and call 526-4700 to schedule an appointment with Dr. Craig Reverman or Dr. Travis Isaac.
Flying in the face of conventional wisdom.
There's no rules and no laws and lots of litter.
Every day.
This is Max 96.7.
Hello again, everybody, for a final time for one last turn rip here in the Weedman Ford studio. I sure hope that Tony Rockers from Trenton, among others, because I know the Grizzlies had a large crew last night at GCS for Trevor Richards' bobblehead night, but Tony especially because last week, a week ago, he won 4 excellent tickets for the game and for, well, 4 bobbles too. Trevor Richards variety. I still hope to sneak one out in person. They look good on, I just saw pictures of them and stuff, but I know Aveston had a great crowd over there. And I would imagine Tony and company had a super crowd. So congrats on last Saturday's winner, too. And then Bon Baney today. Off we roll on the H&H Computer Services guest line. We're back in Bartels. We should have just been over in that part of the country today. It's Bart's manager, Glenn Big Arm Corman. Welcome back, Glenn.
Hey, good morning, Rip. Glad to be back.
It's been a while. It was early June, and you were 1-1 at that time. You were Bart's were, and now, well, you're coming off another victory. You tripped up the Trenton Miners for a second time this season. That was 6 days ago.
Yes, ended up 5-4. That was a crazy ball game. It was 1-0 going into the top of the ninth, and final score ended up 5-4 with a couple runners on and so on and so forth. And there was I think a combined 33 hits in the game 31 hits in the game going into the ninth, and only 1 run. So you can imagine the runners left on.
Oh man! Tony Schaefer was the pitcher of record.
Yeah, Tony pitched the first 8. Like I say, got in and out of trouble all day long. Did a great job. Ryan Meadows for Trenton did the same. He gave up a run in the first, and he skated through for 8 innings. And they both pitched their hearts out. It was a hot day, and they both threw a lot of pitches. But again, both sides credit. They were pretty tough.
That's pretty special. And the first time you played Trenton, it was a 1-0 victory for you. And I think that might have been the same matchup. I know you had Kurt Peppenhorst, who also hurled for you that day.
Yeah, that was on opening day,
right.
And we're pretty lucky to get by. Trenton's got one heck of a lineup. They may have, and I'm not taking anything away from any other team in the league, but they may have the best hitting lineup in the league, 1 through 9. So for us to trip them up a couple times, we're pretty fortunate.
You held them for no runs through 17 innings. Correct?
Yeah.
Sound right?
Tony, something else. I wouldn't want to be an umpire in this game because every ball is either an inch on the corner or an inch off the plate, and inch below the knees, an inch above the knees. No matter what he throws, one side or the other is not going to be happy. But he'd be a good dart partner. I'll tell you that.
Got a little edgy in the ninth, but you did tame him 5-4. Tony Schaefer, not only this is what I like about him. You know, he's one of those athletes. He can hit too, and he had 4 more safeties Sunday.
Yeah, Tony's been kind of bugging me. He's looking at me when I make the lineup out. He always takes an extra look to see if he's hitting that day or not. I guess he'll be hitting a lot more the rest of the year. So,
so you are now within a game of the first-place Miners, and you are even on the loss side. If it comes to this for the regular season championship in the Clinton County League, you hold that tiebreaker at 2-love. I guess
yeah,
they go, or do they go coach?
They're caught up. I believe,
right.
if I'm not mistaken, they're 8-3 right now. We're 6-3. So we got 2 big games tomorrow. We got a split doubleheader. We're playing the first game here at home at noon versus Breeze, and then Centralia is actually playing at Beckermeyer tomorrow at noon also. And then they're going to come over and finish the second half of that doubleheader we didn't get finished earlier this year. So we got 2 big games tomorrow.
Okay, so that's yeah, we have some games to determine everything, but yeah, just at the moment you're a game back and so forth. But yeah, that's a lot of action on tap for tomorrow afternoon then.
Yeah, there's a couple of different scenarios going. I know Germantown is playing Aveston early, and then Beckermeyer's going over there to Germantown to finish one away. I'm not sure where they're at, but Beckermeyer and Germantown have a doubleheader also.
Yeah, the standings at the moment with Trenton and the Bards there at first and second, and 2 teams tied at third, Centralia and Germantown, Becky, Aveston, and Breeze. Nobody out of it. Breeze, of course, Aveston, the defending champs, in a bunch of trouble right now. But there's a real challenge, a real battle for the top 5 spots, positioning.
Yeah, it's we said it many times. This is as balanced as this league has ever been. When with the top team already having 3 losses, there's what's the old word they use, parity, but it's
parity.
True. There's anybody can beat anybody any given night.
The 17th thing it's working out okay.
Yeah, it's all right. You get that bye week, and I mean it's 2 less games, which we would rather play them, to be honest with you. But at the same time, at this day and age, we all know things have changed, and there's a lot more going on than when we were playing when we were that age. But and that's all right too. It's different, but this gives them guys a chance to get away for the weekend or whatever they want to do. Twice a year on a Sunday.
It's always great with the solid 8, but a really salty 7 is pretty good too. And there have been a lot of close games. 2 or 3 other managers have mentioned that too on Talkin Sports, where a lot of these have been, it's been very competitive most of the way through.
Yeah, well, just for instance, 2 weeks ago we had a doubleheader, and Beckermeyer knocked us off 3-zip, and then we ended up getting a 2-run homer from Drew Johnson in the second game to win by 1. So every game that we've had this year, pretty much every game has been, decided in the final inning or 2.
Who's carved out the most impressive years for you, Big Arm? Kurt Peppenhorst, we talked about him a bunch, and he's all over those that league leaders chart, isn't he?
Yeah, Kurt, he's about as solid as it gets at the leadoff spot. Him and actually Corey batting the 4-hole, his brother, he's been solid this year. Still have, we've got the older, not older in age, but just the guy's been around a while, nucleus with Jason Cobb. He's still at, at first base. We got Dusty Cantner still doing a great job at shortstop.
Love it.
Schaefer on the mound. But we've mixed in some younger guys. You got a lot of, and it's kind of nice to get some local kids. Bryce Hardy's done a real good job in the outfield for us. Nolan Hockey, Kobe Schulte, Kobe solid could be another local kid. And we picked up some youngsters, and say Drew Johnson, and got some of them guys. And Drew lives just right outside of town, so we've waiting for Jordan Crakey to get healthy, so that'll be another local guy.
When is that going to happen?
I've got Jim Tunyas as my, me and Luke and Jim. Now we got a 3-man coaching staff. So,
oh my goodness!
I got old Jock out there every Sunday now too.
Cheers for Jock. When's Jordan coming back?
That'll be next year. He had,
that's what I thought.
Knee surgery this spring, so he'll be out for this year. But he's coming around strong, and like I say, he's planning on playing a few years yet. So we should have a good nucleus to run with for the next few years.
That's great. Yeah, I thought somehow the timetable got moved up here. Hey, modern medicine, you never know anymore, Big Arm.
And I got I never want to forget anybody. Dylan Miller's filled in real well this year too. He's been there every Sunday, and he's done a little pitching for us at 6'7", big old boy. He can look a little intimidating out there.
Right. He is
fastballs, bud. Don't worry about anything else.
He is a big kid too, but it's nice to have to filter in some of those younger players. You need to do that. Keep that parade moving.
Oh yeah, we've done a pretty good job. We've got a real good mixture right now, and them young kids will listen to them older guys because they've been, and not just in the it sounds kind of corny, but not just in baseball, but they'll sit there and they talk about a lot of stuff in that dugout. And I think it does go a long way.
Yeah, there are a lot of topics that come up, aren't there?
Some we can't really repeat, but most of them are all good, though.
2 or 3 of the topics seem to come around.
It is baseball. You know that, Rip.
Most often. But so we have a busy day, mañana, and then just to get ahead from my angle, you close it out next week at Aviston. So it's going to be the playoffs, boy, they are just around that proverbial corner, and you're all battling for that, the better seeds there.
Yeah, I know. Where did this summer go again? I look out, and the Little League schedule's about over, and I look out the front window here, and the park's kind of empty, and I'm like, my goodness, it seems like that first game was just yesterday, and here we're winding down the end of July already. It's got to slow down, doesn't it?
I don't care for it. I want it to take its time a little bit, but we're not in charge of that either.
People always told us when we were kids, wait till you get older, time goes faster, and those people were pretty wise because it's very true.
That's another thing I didn't believe from my parents, and they were right on 100% of this stuff. And
most of the time they are.
Basically true. Incidentally, tell your wife, Gigi, the next time I get something from Larry's West End, it was the chicken basket and more last Thursday, because I took it out. I dined and I took it out to the park. So I was right across from your house, and the mower was outside, and I told her I sat on the mower and ate, and she said, next time mow the lawn while you're at it. So maybe.
That's right. I taught her well. She can put you right to work.
How is Luke Winkler? He's on the mend, correct?
Yeah, Luke's good to go. He's been here every Sunday now for the last bunch of weeks, so he's still not ready to play, but he's part of the squad like he has been for the past umpteen years, from bat boy to player to coach, so Luke's not missed a beat.
Well, yeah, that's
along with Leroy Salt Mercer. He's not missed a game in
Leroy. There we go.
Eternity of Bartello baseball.
He was there from day one. Leroy.
He's part of the squad, uniform and all.
Yep, that's great. You need Salt on hand for sure, but
keeps the whole community involved. Yeah, we've like I said, looking forward to tomorrow. I've been outside. I was actually at the park, and it's looking good, and the weather is just beautiful this morning. So
it really is.
It's supposedly supposed to be this way tomorrow, so it'll be if you have to play too, it's going to be a pleasant day.
Now, these will be how are you doing? Are you playing 7 or 9? What are you doing tomorrow?
Both 7-inning games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it for actually? Of course, that's why I asked you. So that's why I brought that up.
Keep the pace of play going. That's what we say.
Keep the pace of play going. Indeed. So, all right, Big Arm. Well, thanks so much for coming on again, and we'll see what develops here over these next couple of weeks. But you've all but clinched the playoff with a win over Breeze. You're in, aren't you? For sure.
Yes, that will for sure get us in the playoffs if we win 1 or 2.
And Trenton is obviously in, and that's why I had Gunner on last week. They were the first. The Miners were the first to qualify.
Yeah,
so
just real quick, like to just put a little shout out to all the managers because with Gunner and Brent, Beckermeyer and all of them. Rick, I just don't want to miss anybody, but they all put their due diligence and do their time and work, and it keeps things going. It takes people to do it because otherwise we want to keep this league moving.
I know. There is a lot of work. You guys do a tremendous amount, and not just during the season, but off-season planning and more, too. And, just gathering those rosters.
Kenny Hazelhorse also does a lot of work behind the scenes.
The commish.
There you go.
You betcha. All right. Thanks a bunch, Big Arm.
Okay, Rick, we'll see you.
Glenn, Big Arm Cormaner, thanks to him, and also, of course, to Dennis Rockers and Chuck Gepke, and our trivia winner this morning, Bon Bainey from Centralia Lake, to be absolutely specific. She bagged a $15 gift certificate to Larry's West End in Bartelso. Janelle Kuhn is back on the Carlisle High School scene as the coach of the Lady Indians basketball team. She was at Carlisle, went to Kaskaskia College for 3 campaigns, I do believe, and she is back. So welcome back to Janelle Kuhn. Wednesday night, among our guests, Carlisle Lakers swim coach David Mollett. And they go for the conference crown. They never lose. They won't lose. But it's the conference showdown today, so good luck to them. Boy, a lot of we do for all our shows, and that's great, but a lot of reaction from Wednesday night's show. For instance, Connor Kipper and his dad Don were in, and that was a blast. And Connor's a good young man with a future. He's one of the very best in his age group in the country. It's all good. That's it. That's a wrap. We'll see you Wednesday between 6 and 7 on Talkin' Sports. Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Mako Elevator in Centralia. See Mako for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this Wcxo sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.